There are some people who seem to be confused about why the Democrats would be so hesitant to simply come out and register officially their disapproval of Omar's comments about Jews. It seems like a pretty easy thing to do, especially when, and this I think the thing that confuses people is that most Jewish Americans are Democrats. So it's not like they would be defending some demographic that isn't part of their constituency, because of course they would never do that. But the American Jews are in their constituency, yet they don't want to come out and do it. And why is that? Well, this becomes less confusing if you understand the victimization flowchart. Okay, now in the past, I've talked about this before, and in the past I have called it, and I think I've contributed to some confusion, unfortunately, because in the past I've called it the victimhood pyramid. But I think that terminology is a little bit confusing. It's really a flowchart, okay? On the left, they have a flowchart of victimization. So not so much of victimhood, but of victimization. Literally charting the flow of victimization from one group to another. So it goes like this, all right? So just imagine this in your mind. First you have white men, okay? And then the victimization flows to white women. And then non-white men, and then non-white women, and then gay men, and then lesbian women, and then transgenders. Now, the flow of victimization starts with white men, which means that they victimize everyone. They cannot be victimized by anyone, and they victimize everyone. And then on the other hand, you have transgenders who are victimized by everyone and can themselves victimize no one. So think of it like a waterfall. It can never be reversed. You got white men at the top, the oppression, the persecution, the victimhood, victimization, it all flows down, and you can never reverse the flow ever. It always goes, it is a one-way street. It can never go the other way. Which means that, as I said, white men cannot be victimized by anyone. White women cannot be victimized by non-white women. Black men cannot be victimized by gay men. It always goes the other way, right? Now, in this chart, Jews are counted as white. For the purposes of the oppression Olympics and for the left's victimhood equations, they're going to basically count Jews as white, which means that if you're a Jewish man, then you get lumped in with a white man, and that's what you are. So you're in that category, and it's just, you can't, according to the left's way of looking at things, you can't be a victim of bigotry. Ilhan Omar, as a non-white woman, is several steps away on the flowchart from especially a Jewish man, from the left's point of view. And so she can't really be guilty of bigotry against Jews. That's what it comes down to. It just cannot happen. And I'm not making this up, but this is not me just being flippant. And well, it is also me being flippant, but it's not just that. This is really what the left, this is what they teach in college. You send your kid to college. If you're spending, $100,000 to send your kid to college, this is what he's learning. Okay, this is what you're paying for him to learn.